This review is on the movie The Uck-It List. I'm the angry guy. I'm going to tell you like it is. Director for the film was Michael Duggan. The film The Uck-It List was Mr. Duggan's directorial debut. Michael was a writer for some major television shows like Millennium, Law and Order, Miami Vice, Hill Street Blues, and my all-time favorite television show, St. Elsewhere. The cast in the film The Uck-It List was Eli Brown as Brett, who has the world handed to him in the palm of his hand. Jerry O'Connell as Jeffrey, Brett's nervous Nellie father who will offer anything so his son can be accepted to Harvard. Natalie Zia as Kristen, Brett's mother who tries to keep the chaos to a minimal. Madison Eisman as Kayla, Brett's first crush from their junior cotillion dance. Marcus Scribner as Clint, who has a confession to make. Tristan Lake Lebu as Les, and Amanda Grace Benitez as Stacy, who actually gives Brett something to think about. Cara and Briar as Nickel, Brett's friend. Cameron Manheim as Principal Beard. Remember her as the attorney Eleanor Front on The Practice. And Peter Face Nelly as Barry, who would love to have another accident encounter with Brett's mother. Oops! The film is about a student, Brett, who has a 4.65 GPA, and his biggest problem and one complaint was his parents seeing his great potential for academic achievement and guided him through life with Post-it notes so they can show off and brag to their friends their son has been locked into 7 out of 8 Ivy League universities. But Harvard does have him on a wait list. And his only complaint was his parents made him join a jazz band when he wanted to play basketball. But that's weird because he didn't even have a Nerf basketball net in his room. But I still think someone should have called Child Protective Services on his parents for looking after their best interest and not allowing him to play basketball. Another way to present a review for the movie was the Uck-It List was about a prank that blows up a high school, and now Brett, having a record reality, is crashing him down on him, and that's what should have happened. But the film is described as a comedy, so the movie treated blowing up a school incident, that's fluff, that's how it goes. Right off the bat, I did not like Eli Brown as Brett. Didn't like his look. Didn't like his hair. He looked too old for high school. He was always having his head upside down. Didn't really look frustrated with his parents' choices. He didn't have constant worried look on his face in what might happen to him or his parents for blowing up the school. Don't even offer Kayla a place to stay, even after she bared her soul to him in what was happening to her in her own house. During the film, had no sympathy whatsoever for Brett. Maybe the film actually showed him constantly studying, working on his homework, or building a project for school would have given me a tad of compassion for Brett. Anytime a person studies and does that well in high school, they usually don't have too many close friends because they never hung out with anyone after school. Another thing, if those guys were his friends, they showed absolutely no regret for thankfulness towards Brett for taking all the blame for the explosion. The only time during the film I felt the true craft of acting was going on was when Madison Eisman, Marcus Scribner, Tristan Lake Lebu, Amanda Grace Benitez, and Cameron Manheim was on the screen. Seriously. Out of the alphabetic score, I give this film a D+, because there was no real punishment handed out to Brett or his parents except for slaps. That's the only thing they got was 4 slaps. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for commenting.